No, just keep it going.
No, yeah.
Oh, I already hit it.
Well, hit it again.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let's just all stop it and restart it.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got.
Are we? Yeah, we are live.
We're live.
We are
All right.
live. Hello on YouTube land, and we're going to do this. We're going to raw dog this intro. So hold
Let's
on
do it.
here. We're going live. Well, we're I guess not live.
Recording.
We're recording.
We are
in
live.
5, 4, 3, 2, click.
Welcome to the Shovel Pod. I'm Woody.
Hey, I'm George.
I'm DJ.
And I'm Jeff.
So DJ, what's up with the beard, bro?
I got a little beard going.
A little bit.
You guys at work say I look like Osama.
They're using your.
So I got my
home
machete and I'm in a cave.
Wow.
He's a terrorist LARPer.
Yeah. It really does. It has the same coloring. I pulled up a picture. I sent it to Tasha and I was like, this is the beard I'm going for. And I just sent her a picture of Bin Laden. It's the same coloring as he has in his videos.
Let me see the side. Let me see a side view of it.
It's hard to. It's pretty
That's
long.
not bad.
I'd say
Glorious.
it's 2.5, 3 inches when I pull out a hair.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
It makes Jeff look like he has pubes on his face. I always
It
thought
does.
his.
I know.
it does.
I like yours, Jeff. How it comes to a point.
I
It
know.
does. I like. Do you do that?
No, I just brush it and it's like. That's
He's
it.
got the chin of the Joker.
My,
So
I bought a
daughter's friends
beard
say I look
straightener.
like a leprechaun. So it's, what do
you should grow it so you could braid it, Jeff.
do? I'm thinking about doing the whole dwarf thing. Just let it come.
Let it go.
Like pull it all down in here and just.
His is
Mhm.
nicely sculpted.
I'll give you I'll 3D purchase some little like little beads to
Oh yeah,
weave into
Nice.
it.
yeah. I bought a beard straightener. It doesn't work very well though. It's like
Well,
a
not with a
comb.
fucking bush like that.
It's a comb with heat, and you
You
go
need a-
through real slow.
You
It
know,
would work
weed
on
whacker.
Jeff's, I think. I think
It
it would work,
might.
but his
I just
doesn't
use
need it.
beard oil. Like I trimmed it yesterday too because I get these hairs get nuts. They're just everywhere. So I
That's a minor.
kind of try and keep it tamed. And I use
Is that what beard
on
oil is
it.
for? Is to keep it kind of in place?
Yeah.
Boy, that would drive me nuts. I think
It's
it's
like-
greasy face. And
Yeah,
I feel like a teenager again.
When I started using it, I thought I was going to hate it, but it doesn't feel oily. Like it only
No.
feels oily when you first put it on, and it's supposed to
Gotta
soften
this
your
damn thing.
bristles. But my hair is so thick and spiky that it kind of.
that thing's
It's
gonna
not really.
drop down and impale him.
Yep.
It's where it normally sits. It's
And
on
you know
top
what?
of the armor.
But
It
but
would
it's in a
serve him
sheath.
right.
Yeah,
it would
right.
serve him right with the name
Right.
he has.
yeah,
It's gonna cut his wiener off.
it's gonna come get me like.
It's gonna be a
SEAL Team
much
6.
smaller knife.
So would anybody got any decent stories to tell?
Mm.
We went to dinner last night.
Yeah,
How
Somebody
was
was
that?
invited, but he had to cancel out on us.
Yeah, sweet 16 birthday party.
Somebody wasn't invited.
Yeah, I should have invited you, Jeff.
yeah. Why didn't you invite Jeff?
I don't
Dick
know.
move.
I know.
Because I thought we were going to Canton.
And to talk about it on the podcast.
right?
is-
That is actually how it started. It was.
Thought we were
supposed
going to
be-
Canton. So what? I have
we
a
were gonna
car.
be in Canton.
It's not
Well-
like I can't drive.
Jeff, let's talk about your feelings here real quick.
Let's do it.
We're on a podcast with 4 members. 3 of
Right.
the 4 were invited to dinner together. How does that make you feel?
And your brother.
A little left out. I mean,
Well, and they even invited my brother, who is
and
not.
nobody likes him.
he's been on the podcast, so it's fair.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
not as often as me. I mean,
true.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
He was
Feel a
never,
little
he was
left out.
never a Patreon.
I don't know
Where'd
if
you
I
guys go to dinner at? Let's make this really. Was it the
Louis.
best dinner you've ever
Where'd you
had?
go? Was it
Nice.
delicious?
It
Fuck
was.
you.
It was good. Luigi's in Akron. The
Oh,
only
that's
thing
close
is,
to Jeff.
Well, it is, but we didn't. When this whole thing started, it started out as we were going to go to Canton because we know you won't drive very far, and with the hopes that you were going to go.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
I'll
you
drive. I
He's
just
got
may
that
have to
night
stay there.
blindness,
If it's 40 minutes away from my house, I may have to get a hotel.
But yeah, we ended up we wanted to go to the Twisted Olive, but we didn't get reservations in time.
Luigi's is better.
Luigi's
it?
is awesome.
It was good. It's just boy, portion sizes were tiny.
Yeah, Woody and
tiny.
Melissa got screwed. Like
Yeah.
I ordered this just plain rigatoni with like butter sauce kind of thing and garlic. I got this giant plate. Woody orders lasagna, and he made sure she said small or large. He's like large. He gets this little fucking thing. It was the size of a microwave dinner.
Honest to God, yeah, it was. Maybe she
Ungodly
looked at me
small.
and was like, oh.
I don't want to be responsible for your heart blowing up.
Right.
I'm
I
not
know
gonna
they're
it was
real
nuts.
close to taking your toes, but
Take my toes.
out of my
Maybe
cold
press my
hands.
hammer down a little bit, I think.
Nobody got the pizza.
No.
No. I didn't get a salad either because I didn't want the extra calories.
Yeah.
Calories.
Salad's the best part of Luigi's, man.
It is.
Yeah,
They-
with the mounted cheese.
right. They put
Oh,
like
I
a
want
pound
more
of
right
shredded
now.
cheese on top of every little tiny.
Not on
thing.
yours.
Jeff. You
On
remember
yours,
those,
it had just been a fresh green salad.
Yeah, yeah.
No dressing.
No cheese, no dressing.
Jeff, do you remember those little wooden bowls?
Yes.
That, yeah,
Yes.
everybody's grandmothers had.
Yes.
And that's the bowls that you get your salad in, but they put like a pound of cheese on the top of that.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
It's insane.
So
Nice.
after dinner, we get the checks. Of course, Woody and I, we don't have cash. We
right,
never
who has
have
cash anymore?
Nobody has cash. Luigi's is cash only.
That's right.
But they have an ATM. But it's not an
Yeah,
ATM.
no, they call it an ATM. That
They
is
call it
not
an ATM. You go back. You go back. Okay. The example here is like my bill was $50. It was like 5 cents under $50. $50. You go back there, you swipe your card, back by the fucking shitter in the
it's
kitchen.
just a little.
It's not even nice.
It's just like a little one of those little things that like you get at the gas
Card
station. That you
swiper.
put your card in. You know,
It's a
it's
card
just a card swiper. It has a tiny screen. It's not a machine that dispenses cash.
Right. So it's on a little shelf. So you put your card in and you select how much you want. And what you do is it prints out this little receipt for how much you got. So I put in like 60. And so then you're supposed to take the little receipt thing up to the counter with your bill, and then they give you change back.
Sounds like a scam.
So Woody does it first.
Yeah.
Flawless. I do it. The fucking receipt doesn't print out right. I don't know if it ran out of paper or it paused halfway through the print.
Yeah, got stuck in the machine or something like that. Yeah.
So then we're trying to pull it out. We tear it. It's in like 3 or 4 pieces. I'm trying to prove that I paid. It was fucking. Then the girl comes back and she goes, "Oh, I can fix the print." So she comes back and she's tinkering around with this thing, and I just look at her and I go, "This is a lot more convenient than just accepting cards." It was a whole fucking thing.
Wouldn't it just be easier even if they are laundering money, which I'm pretty sure they have,
They probably are.
That's gotta be it.
wouldn't it just make more sense just to, I don't know,
Get one of the
put a
squares.
little thing at the counter?
Right.
You can just put it's not even hard anymore these days.
No,
Right.
like you from Apple can request like one of those little things that stick into your
squares.
iPhone or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
square. I mean, and you don't pay anything for it. But
I mean, you
MasterCard
can't
and
anymore
Visa-
because they took away the port that you plug it into. But whatever.
No, they can put it in the fire port, but
Oh, they changed the fire port. It used to be the audio
phone jack,
port,
yeah. But
It's just fucked up.
it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like I understand that MasterCard and Visa charge you a 0.5% or whatever the
right.
business,
Oh no.
or 3%, whatever the hell it is.
Well,
Right,
set up. I don't
So
use Venmo.
charge-
But set up Venmo. I don't get
Right.
charge
shit.
a little more, you know.
Right.
But I think George, I never thought about it, but I think you might be right. It might
well-
be they need that influx of cash, so they make it as difficult as possible.
Well, that and they want to make it untraceable too. Like
Yeah,
there
If they're
is
using
no
a machine that
sales.
prints receipts, it's not untraceable. I mean,
But the
it's
thing
going
is-
somewhere.
Oh, that's a good point.
It makes it like people are okay with this still because the line sometimes wraps around
It's-
the parking
yeah.
lot.
That's what we were
absolutely,
talking about.
yeah.
Like it isn't hurting them.
No,
So it's
not in the
almost
least.
like they've made it into this nostalgic.
That's
Right.
what we were saying.
That was
Yeah.
kind of my
They're the
theory
credit card
was-
hipsters.
Yeah, that it's a point. They're trying to make a point now, but I think you might be right, George. I think they might be mafiosa. And
I'm going to
they're
stop
laundering
calling it
money.
Luigi's. I'm just going to start calling it Jeff's
We're calling it
because
Don.
they're just stubborn. They don't. Fuck. you.
Yeah.
I'm not
everybody,
using credit cards.
everybody likes their fucking credit cards. Well, fuck you.
Jeff, welcome
We
to
only
Jeff's
take cash and
Android
shit.
restaurant.
Now, if it were my
Shit.
restaurant, I'd only serve like one thing and you'd eat it and like it.
And he'd only accept Diners Club.
Yes, yes.
Like, you're gonna eat what I made,
No
and you're
cash.
gonna fucking like it. And if you don't eat it, you're gonna eat it in the morning for breakfast. Fuck you.
So did you guys have a good time that last night then?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
Good.
we had a good time.
It was fun.
Oh,
Good.
now I want to go there. I'm gonna go there for lunch.
It's super fucking good. Yeah, it's so close for Jeff. He'll just go for lunch.
I mean, that's what makes it even worse. I mean,
It does.
you
That's
had to
not that
drive
close.
past the poor guy's house. Beep. I beeped. I saw him in the front yard, and we all waved.
How
we convoyed
how close
past
are
his
you to that,
yard.
Jeff? For real, like
To
It'd be-
Luigi's? I don't
It'd
know.
be like
Where-
my house. It's downtown Akron.
Yeah, it's not that far. It's like maybe 40 minutes. Maybe.
oh, that's what it is for my house too.
Yeah. So,
But like I said, we started this out thinking we were going to be like on the other side of Canton at Twisted Olive.
right. That would have been like an hour. I still
Hour
would have
and a
drove
half, I
out to
think.
meet you guys. Come on. Instead, I was at a fire. I went to a, friend's house, had a little fire,
Well, I
backyard.
didn't get invited to that.
Well, you don't know them.
Just
Do I know
saying.
them?
Touche.
Oh,
No.
I didn't. Yeah.
I thought I knew everybody you knew.
George was invited. We just didn't call him.
Yeah. They were like, the one guy goes, "Did you ask George?" And Jeff's like, "Yeah." I don't-
He's like, yeah,
I think it's bullshit. I think George was there.
might have been. That
Oh,
was
my
the whole-
clothes
think-
still smell like bonfire.
I think that was he just used that excuse of his daughter's birthday
What it
to
was.
not go out to eat with us.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
You
So
said
I'm going to
sweet
tell you a
16?
story.
Oh yeah.
Let
let's
me
hear it.
regale a tale.
Oh, here we go.
So at work, we're short. So we're all, pitching in, helping out. So I
George,
was
you're
helping
short
out
everywhere.
That's true.
this one. You know what? I'm not even going to say anything because I don't want to ruin my
Okay,
the
sorry.
punchline to this story.
Okay.
So I broke away from what I was doing and I was helping with court. So I escort this, me and another guy escorted an escape risk back. I go into the housing area. I'm like, go ahead, you go to the next. We had like 4 people or whatever. So I went in with the escape risk and the housing officer and I unchained him, this and that. We put him away. And I asked him, I said, is there anything else? What do you need? You need me to bring anybody down to court or anything? And he's like, yeah, I got one more guy. I was like, all right. And he said, the problem is the cell next to him, now it's a precaution area. So they're all either in suicide suits or buck naked, right? He said that guy's pissed out on the catwalk and he's tried spitting on me every time I walk past on our, because the way it goes is there's in that area, there's cells that are linear style. And there's a small little common area that runs the whole length of the cell block. There's 16 cells and it's got 2 tables, and there's a door in the middle. So it blocks it off. There's 8 front, 8 back. Okay. And it's a precaution area. So there's only one person out at a time whenever they do get their out time. So they can make their phone calls and stuff like that. And the TV is on our side of the catwalk. All right. But we have to go in to the actual secured part of the catwalk to get the guy. And he's like, for court. And he goes, he's gonna either piss on us or he's gonna spit on us. And I was like, you know what? Now he was a young guy. He just started a little while ago. I said, let me go down the laundry and get a dirty blanket. And he said, for what? I said, well, I'll just hold it up as we walk by and he can piss on the blanket. He goes, that's a good idea. And where I said, well, young man, I'm full of all kinds of good ideas. All right. So I go down and I get the blanket and we go down and I walk past the cell and he's right. There's a pool of urine we had to walk through and it's got like little paper wads in it. I don't know what. So anyways, So we give the guy who's on precautions that needs to go to court, we give him his suit, his jumper. And the guy in cell 1 is the naked guy who's pissing on the catwalk and stuff. And he says, ask the housing officer, hey, can I have some toilet paper? And the housing officer, I was behind the housing officer. We were walking out, and the housing officer was like, yeah, you've been good, literally for 30 seconds.
Right.
He goes, yeah, you've been good. I will get you some. And there was a roll sitting on the common area table. And I was like, I can just give it to him. And, and he goes, yeah. So I wrap some around my hand,
You gonna
enough
wipe for
that,
him?
huh?
You're gonna wipe for him? Wrap it around
Yeah.
your hand?
It's like bend
No,
over.
Bend
You
over.
wrap it around your hand so
That's
that
like a 5-star
you give
hotel.
them enough to use, but not enough to eat
Clog.
or, whatever.
Choke on.
That kind of. So anyways,
Oh my
I go to
God.
hand it to him.
What a nightmare.
Yeah. So I go to hand it to him through the bars, and he puts his hand under in a lower portion of the bars through the tray slot. And so I was like, and that little voice that says, just put it on the bars.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to that little voice. And I went, okay. Because I was trying to be nice, So I kind of had to take one step closer, and I leaned down and I handed it through the thing, and I felt his hand go across my head. Across the top of my head.
Motherfucker.
What'd he do?
And it was
Shit.
cold
Ah.
and it was heavy.
Ah.
And I took a step back and I looked at him and I go, you fucking cunt. And I could smell it.
Oh.
And he
You got
goes, he
shit
shows me
back.
his hand and he holds it up and it's covered in lumpy shit.
Dude.
And
See,
I just, this rage
I was gonna say rage
Like-
is coming.
boiled up past the point of being angry. Have you ever, you're in that stratosphere
Oh yeah.
where there's no emotion whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure
Cage match time.
I'm pretty sure that's the point where people say, I don't know, I just blacked out. So-
Yep.
Like at that point, he's lucky he's behind bars.
Long
Because-
story short, George has court next week.
So I was standing there and I looked down the range to where the officer was, and now there's another inmate standing next to him who's standing there. He's chained up.
He's like,
And I
this.
was like, fuck. So I just turned around.
So where's
and
his
I
head on
walked
your
out. All right.
head? Show us where
And-
it is on your head.
Huh?
Show us
where
it
on
is.
your head would
Near-
it be?
Okay. It's on the left side of my head from the top of my head down to my ear.
Oh,
So
I'm dying.
I walked out.
Are
and
they
the officer
laughing?
goes, is that? I go, yeah, that's shit. And I go, he fucking wiped shit on me. And the inmate goes, damn, you didn't kill him? And I'm like, no. And he goes, do you think you could hold the blanket for me so that he doesn't do that to me? I go, no, I'm going to walk away and I'm going to go clean myself up. So I go out in the hallway and there's another inmate standing on the wall. And it's this guy that I've known literally from day one. All right. He's been
Jesus.
coming for as long as I've been there.
You've been
So
there a
it's over
long
time.
fucking time.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're talking 24 years. So I look over at him and he goes, Chris, is that? I go, yeah, that's shit. And I walked away from and across the hall and he goes to my friend, he goes, oh, he got shit all over his head. And so I washed up and then I was like still really, really, really mad.
Oh yeah.
But I was like,
You need
gotta
to
go
just
take a
calm
shower.
down, sir.
Huh?
Right.
Yeah.
and I'm like, I got to go take a shower. you know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
In
I get
bleach.
And
inmate
Purell.
towel and a bar of soap. And I walk down into our locker room, and our locker room
Did you
has
puke?
no.
How?
So
I have
angry.
no
Too
fucking
pissed.
idea.
Right. He
Yeah,
was too
too
pissed.
angry.
I am mesmerized by
But
this.
where I almost puked was, I walk into our little shower area and I'm like, fuck, I don't have any shower shoes. And I'm like,
That
well,
would be the least of my concern.
I absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
you haven't seen the shower.
You
there
got
are
shit on
two-
your head.
There's
Exactly.
two loofahs like hanging off the thing, and they're like crusty looking loofahs. And there's some old ass body wash. There's like pube soap on the rack and stuff. And I'm like, ugh, like people actually use this and they don't clean it. So I got a plastic bag out of my locker and I put it on the floor and I stepped and the floor was so slippery in the shower area
Oh my god!
that
Tell
the
me you
bag went
fell.
like slid to the front and I'm like, you know, on the back wall of the thing. And I'm like, because all I'm thinking of is I'm standing in like Pearl Jam everywhere, right? And
Pearl Jam.
so I took the yeah, see. So I took the longest, hottest. I like almost went through a whole bar of little inmate soap. It was the most disgusting. And then the whole time I'm like, I still smell shit. I
Well,
still smell
yes.
shit.
Oh my god, I would for a week.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised you didn't go to the hospital and get tested for like hepatitis or some shit.
Well, I did disinfect myself at the clinic, but they were like questioning me. Well, why do you need it? I said,
it's the shit on my face.
I just need it. You know, I said there something happened. Well, what happened? I said an inmate rubbed shit on my head. Ew. I'm like,
Exactly. That's
Well,
why
yeah,
I didn't
why'd
want
you
to say
ask?
it.
If
Yeah,
you
exactly.
didn't want to
It's
know.
just fuckers.
so
I
yeah.
gotta-
So
Okay, so was it a streak or was there material?
there was material. It was a
How thick?
pasty, cool consistence. See, because he had it
So
in his
he
hand
had
for
it.
a while.
Yeah, I
And
was
he
gonna
molded
say,
it, it looked like, because there was a ball of shit.
inmate Play-Doh.
Yeah, that's what the consistency of it was Play-Doh. And it was like hard to get off my head because I had shaved my head with the electric razor the night before. So I had that little like rough stubble and it like,
Well, thank
Stuck.
God you're bald.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you
Just
should
thank
honestly,
God.
you should thank that guy, George. You should give him a gift, maybe like a 4-foot section of rope or a belt. You know,
So what's he in
Sheet,
for?
towel, something.
yeah.
he's in for felonious assault and domestic.
Now, okay, this is a legitimate question here.
Mhm.
Is he going to be charged with another count of felonious assault for that?
No, it's called harassment by inmate. It's a law that was put in place to like it's harassment by inmate with bodily substances, and it's another felony. So
It's another felony.
yeah,
So he's getting charged with it though.
yeah. They charged him. I just had to write a statement in the report, and the deputy went ahead and charged him because he had everything on camera.
So I mean, you guys are like, group of guys, all this. Do you have a new nickname or anything now?
Well, yeah. As I'm walking out,
Yeah.
as I'm walking out, my one sergeant goes, "What up, shithead?"
Yeah,
No, that's
kind of
original.
Yeah,
You
right,
know?
right. You couldn't go up with something a little better than that?
And the commander was like, "Hey, he stopped me in the hall on the way out, and he was like, I'm really proud of you for setting an
killing that
example
guy?
Yeah.
and not killing him." And I was like, "Well, I think
Day's
the
not
difference
over.
is I'm on my way down to his cell now, sir. I wanted to be off duty." But I said, I think the difference is I'm 45 now and not
25.
35.
Yeah.
And I said, so you just kind of mellow out. I said, I'm angry about it, but
What would make me more angry is that I'm not saying that you're taking this as it's okay, but that like you've gotten to the point in your life where that is something that could just happen.
It's not even the worst thing that happened to him that day. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So like when you have your 30 and out and are retired at a nice young age, you've earned every fucking second of that, George.
well, I
Every
can honestly tell you,
second of that.
like I've been spit on, I've had piss thrown at me, And
How do you
I've had-
throw piss at somebody? You piss
They
in
put
a
it-
cup
they
in your
piss in a-
hand?
they piss in a cup, and
Oh,
so that's the first time I've ever got poop smeared on me.
wow.
So I was like, wow,
I got
I
nothing now.
really ran the gamut, because I mean, I've been puked on, but the poop was probably, to me, it was the worst.
Well,
I didn't
yeah.
like that.
Well,
I
there's one
didn't
more.
like
it.
pee.
There's,
I
I
did
there's
not
one more
consent to
bodily
that.
fluid that you haven't talked about. So
Yeah, but he's had that plenty of times, just not at
Yeah.
work.
No, I mean, that's just why that's why
a
the shower's so
Tuesday.
bad.
Do they ever fling Pearl Jam, as you said?
That's.
Pearl Jam.
I thought
Mhm.
that's where the
Yeah.
story was going. Honestly, I thought that's where it was going. At
Really?
the beginning,
It
but
didn't
that's
even cross
so
my
much
mind.
worse.
They throw that at you?
Yeah, we've had people like fling it, like spider, like
Like
spider.
Spider-Man?
Oh God!
Holy
As soon as
Spin away many size, bitch.
that's why I like George's natural reaction. As soon as he sees a hand do this, he's just like this.
I go, and I always make sure it hits me like in the upper lip, so I go. Yeah.
No, seriously though, thank God you're bald and don't have a
Right.
beard. That could have
Right,
been
dude.
so much worse.
Yeah.
Oh, that could
Could
have
you
been.
imagine like just a turd smeared in your hair?
And like, what if it came down to the
Blueberries?
side of my beard? Oh,
I would have shaved right then,
Oh,
like
instantly.
everything. Just
I'd
Yeah.
have,
I would have.
I'd have lit it on fire.
Yep.
And it smells like smeared poop smells worse than like
The
a solid
regular poop.
At least it's it was like cold, so it aired out a while first. Because if that shit was like warm and fresh,
Warm?
I think you
Oh.
would have puked all over the place.
I probably would have.
Oh God, I can't even.
Stop.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's like you keep talking about it. I'm gonna be puking in my garbage can over here.
So there's the
No.
there's the story that. Oh, hey, Osama, what do you got there, bud?
Got a woody head. I was gonna smear some poop on it.
Ooh, I like that gray woody head.
I want
Yeah.
a bust of George, and I'm gonna put a brown smear of paint
I
right
was
there.
gonna say George's got the gold. He's got the gold, Woody.
Yep.
I want a bust of George, and I'm gonna paint it the colors of that dog.
The dog.
the,
That
the
actually
George
came
dog.
up on my
Oh,
phone for some
George.
reason. I was flipping through pictures, and that picture, and I was like, "Hey, does this look like me?" I asked one of the girls at work, and she's like, "Well," and I said, "Woody says this looks like me if I was in dog form," and she goes, "Oh my God, it does." I was like, "Well,
It does.
It's insane how much it looks like.
Do you have that
Like,
picture
it's-
up again, Woody? Let us see this.
Oh man,
here, I'll find it."
Oh.
I think
Send
it's
it
on
in
my
the
phone.
group. I want to have that picture.
Absolutely. I
didn't,
think he did. I think he sent it when we were doing the show, but God, that was so long ago.
I should be able to find it. Dude, I don't even think we can do our topic now. I really, truly don't.
There it is.
Ah.
Nice. George, text
Oh.
that to me, please.
Wait,
On
which one's
mine-
George?
I'll send you mine. I put text over it, and I probably shouldn't have because I'll need the original.
Oh.
Oh, whoa, no, I'm not sending that to them. That's the wrong people.
That's just to me. Oh,
my
we got
God.
this one
There we
too.
go.
I was looking
Oh,
for that
yeah.
because my friend was at the beach, and I was going to send the view from the beach is beautiful. You know,
All right, I just sent it to you guys. But
Oh my God.
mine's George's sheriff. If he ran for sheriff,
it says George McChrist for sheriff. He'll eat the ass out of crime.
Oh God.
Oh, it's the best,
That is the George dog. It's so good.
and it
George, have you
hurts,
seen-
but
have you seen this?
it's still the best.
have you seen this yet? It's hard to see, but it is changing colors.
Yeah, it's too bled out.
You can see it in my glasses. The color change though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It's the moon.
Yeah,
The
this
moon.
That's so cool.
I know I realize what you're doing, Woody. You're trying to transition
Transition.
to Moonbase. I don't think it's gonna happen today, buddy. I
Yeah.
can't get this shit story out of my head.
So George, if
In
you
much
were
the
on
way
a
George
moon
couldn't get it
base
off his head.
and somebody wiped shit on your head, would you
It
float
would have
away?
been. It would have been what 90% lighter.
That's
1/6.
one
Oh, okay. So how many percentage is that?
That would be what 33%.
Are you only 33%
No.
lighter?
That's a
on the moon?
third.
I'd still be overweight.
1/6 is
Yeah.
0.18.
Half of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Okay.
But
almost
I could
90%.
I could jump pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have jumped through those bars and smashed the shit out of that dude's face.
Oh God, I just can't.
There'd have
Can't
been
get it out of my head. I can't. get it out
no
of my
no
head.
laws keeping you from beating the
I
shit
wanna-
out of them.
I want to just shut this off so I can go upstairs and tell Tasha.
She's walking. But
Honey, you gotta hear this.
You just gotta get down.
He
Get
got
down here.
shitted on.
He got shat on.
Yeah, I was so bummed out. Like the rest of the
Oh,
day, I was just
man.
like,
So what has Jim said?
he doesn't know.
Oh,
I haven't told
surprised we don't have
anybody.
comments. Nobody
this is
must have
I
like,
watched
when
it.
did this
saved it.
happen?
I saved it because I specifically wanted to tell it on the show because I wanted your guys' natural reactions of it.
Oh,
Well, you got
thank
him.
you. Thank you.
Would he
you know-
just keep going? Ooh.
Yeah, I just like now I feel like I don't deserve the money I'm getting paid.
Oh yeah, I'm overpaid
work.
now.
Well, I told
I mean, I don't
Um,
get paid that much.
Corey's boyfriend, I said, this is proof that you need to keep going to school, or else
Fucking
you end
A,
up in
right.
a job like this
Mm.
where you get pooped on.
But you know what? When you're retired and we still got 20 years to go,
Yeah.
good for fucking you. You
Yeah.
earned every second of it.
So I'm just gonna now refer to that inmate as Triumph.
I shit on you.
Shit.
For me to poop on.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like,
Yep.
I
So
don't
your
know.
mom and dad don't know, or anybody?
Nope. Jamie does, and I told my daughter, which
I'm-
That's a
she
proud
actually
moment there.
Gonna be
well,
a
she
proud
said
moment for your
she
dad.
goes, "Hey, heard you had a real shitty day." I go, "Okay, let's keep up with the dad jokes." And she was like, "I smell," and I'm like, "I showered twice since then. Relax."
Realistically, though, what precautions? I mean, you said you went to the little clinic. Like, are they gonna make you go get blood tested in a month?
No,
Should you? You know what?
No,
Fuck
no
this.
open wounds.
Go take blood from him and get it tested.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
and you should be able to one collecting the blood too.
You collect the blood.
Where's that machete?
actually, I don't. I didn't have
demand
any open like
I don't
cuts
care.
or anything.
I don't care.
I mean, I
Still,
don't know. Does it go through your skin like
No, it's
Like lotion,
like
poop
like a
lotion.
nicotine patch?
Well, we got the name of the show.
bloodborne pathogens go from wound to wound, technically. So you should be, but you shaved the night before, so you may have had
Yes.
a
Micro
small.
abrasions.
Right.
Oh
You
my
know
so-
God.
Go in, tell him
God damn
you know, go in, collect the sample. When he puts his
Got
arm out,
shat
grab
on.
his arm, put your foot up on the bar, and just yank that motherfucker
Yeah.
and scrape
Take
it
it.
off his face.
Yeah.
Because
Take his arm.
that's the first
I
thing
would
I
seriously,
thought
I
of.
would demand that he gets tested for
Absolutely.
bloodborne pathogens.
Yeah.
And anything like
Absolutely.
that could be spread through his fecal matter. I'd demand that shit, and I'd go fucking collect it myself. Be like,
Well-
you piece of shit, I will fucking tear this out of you.
I think like if I don't, I could always have like the in my heart that I could be giving people gifts as I see them. Merry Christmas.
What if-
you now have hepatitis?
What if like just the smearing shit is contagious? What if you just start doing that now?
Like if that's the only way I can get off now, is I'm just like,
Yeah. Yeah. Like, oh my God, poor
He's
George.
addicted to scat porn now. It's horrible.
So poop lotion, right? Poop lotion
Yeah.
is going to be the name of the show now, right? I mean,
scat porn and bloodborne pathogens.
Shampoo.
shit. Oh God.
That's why you keep me around.
Shat poop and bloodborne pathogens. I love it.
Oh, Christ.
Oh my god!
So
It's like
That's just
I feel like you're making this up. Like,
Nope.
it's just-
I
If
wish
you
I
are,
was.
it's good pod.
yeah.
I
I
really honestly wish I was, because about now I'd be like, I'm just kidding. You know, but
I
Psych.
bleed.
not.
nope.
Oh god!
I had poop rubbed on.
So does
me.
Jamie look at you with a little less respect now?
She only looks at me from the right side because the other side's defiled.
You can just see it. You can see it in her eyes just a little.
Yeah, this is disappointment.
It's
She's
the
like,
way
"You're
I'm looking
weak.
at you.
You're a weak man." Yeah, I've been shunned
Oh,
from
I'm
my,
so
from
sorry
my
that happened.
circle.
Oh.
I've been shunned. I'm no longer the lead, the wolf of my wolf pack.
Your dogs
Like
don't
any-
even want to play with you anymore.
No,
How
The
did the
other
dogs
side-
react?
They used to lick his head. He'd sit on the couch and they'd get up on the couch
Oh.
behind him and lick his head. Nope.
yeah.
no
Now the
more.
dogs just look at me like, you're disgusting.
Oh, I am so sorry this happened to you.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But
Really
thanks
makes
for
that
sharing it on
Luigi
the
story
podcast.
just a big piece of shit,
Right?
doesn't it?
Yeah. Right. Thanks for letting us leave with that. Not trying to like come back from that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We had these tiny little entrees. Well, I got shit on.
Oh, I feel so fucking bad for you.
Oh, you had a bad day. Did you shit smeared on you? Yes.
Oh, Jeff,
I
you
know.
didn't get invited.
Yeah.
So when
Hey,
did
George.
this happen?
Thanks for not inviting me to that.
Yes.
When did it happen?
Yes.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Friday.
Friday.
Oh, so okay.
Day before yesterday.
Are you still scrubbing the shit out of it when you're in the shower?
I do wash a little extra,
Yeah.
with the bar of soap.
And the wire brush.
The worst part about this whole thing is you were trying to be nice and helpful to not only the guy you work with, but to
But
that
the
guy.
guy that did it.
Yeah, like you didn't even have to be in that situation. You were helping out,
Yeah.
and that's what it got.
Right.
You.
So I'm just going back. The moral of the story is I'm going back to just being a lazy piece of shit at work,
Yes.
Yeah,
where I'm like, not my job,
yeah.
not my job. That's all I'm
Yeah.
going to do.
You know what though? I heard somebody talk about that whole "not my job" thing and saying that's lazy. But you know what? Your work is making you work short. So is mine. So is
Right.
Woody's. I would say Jeff's, but he works by himself.
No.
So yes,
Yeah. So yeah. No, but they expect you to do more,
to pick up. Yeah,
to pick
Yeah.
up the slack, so they don't have to hire anybody. They're cheap pieces. George's is a little different because it's public,
Right.
But mine and Woody's, they're just cheap pieces of shit. I mean,
Yeah.
just fucking hire somebody, and you wouldn't
Well,
have to
and-
do that.
I guess I will say that in my job now, it's law enforcement's got such a negative connotation that people aren't wanting to do it, and rightfully so.
Oh, I
get
get it.
yeah.
In certain respects, there's reasons why,
Right.
nobody wants to do this. But yes, like
You just named a big one.
well,
Right.
in your guys' jobs, you're absolutely correct. I mean, go to any of these other fast food restaurants, like Taco
Yeah.
Bell literally is shutting their lights off so
Yeah.
that people don't drive up, but they're still open, but there's only like 2 people there at night.
You know, I mean, you're right. I just want to interject there because I don't know if you guys ever worked at a fast food restaurant. Most people have, but
I didn't.
when I worked at Taco Bell when I was in high school, we were always short. And I keep hearing people talk about, well, nobody wants to work, nobody wants a job. It's like, no, they're always short staffed.
Well,
Always.
they are, yeah.
Hey,
But
Exactly. Pay them. They
Pay.
hire kids that they don't want to pay,
Right.
yeah,
and then they work their asses off.
Yeah.
Past the time they're supposed to be there. I pulled doubles when I was in high school. I wasn't even supposed to be there after 10. I was closing the store after my
Yeah.
6-hour shift. It's like, yeah. Sorry, got off on a
I
tangent.
was just
No,
I was just up in Maine, and we were going to Bar Harbor, and usually there's this whole road. It's just covered in restaurants and little tourist shops and stuff like that. Souvenir shops. They were all gone, all but like one. And we stopped into the one, and I was like, what happened? And she's like, COVID just killed us. She's like, we can't get people to work. She's like, the people are still coming to buy stuff. She's like, we don't have the staff. And I was up in the northern part of the state, and we were coming out of a gas station, and there was a sign for a resort hotel that was offering $30 an hour to come in and work because they couldn't find people. $30 an hour. Fuck yeah, absolutely. That's about what I make out of overtime.
Where's that at, Woody? Is that at Bahaba?
Bahaba.
Well, I think like part of the problem is yes, there are people that are being enabled not to work, but the other thing is
not anymore, is there?
No.
Well,
nobody's being enabled. Not to work.
Like there is no more stimulus check.
That is such a stupid argument. Do you know what you make on unemployment, and you only get it for 6 months?
Right.
They
half of what you made the year
extensions.
before.
Right. Half of what you made the year before.
You think it's just people being lazy then?
I know exactly. No, it's not people being lazy. Why would you can't be lazy and eat? Like that's not a thing. What it is the people during COVID that had kids, 2 parents working, didn't have to pay their 75% of their income on childcare and went, oh shit, we're making more money by having one parent work.
That's what we
Those
did.
people aren't working. That's it. That's the
whole
of all of it.
You might actually be. I never actually.
That's what
thought
happened
of it
to
that way.
us. That's exactly what happened to us. We realized we didn't pay much for childcare, but it was just better if she stays home.
Absolutely,
it's better for the son. It's better for her.
I mean, because it's coming from Jeff, I want to argue the point, but I have no logical argument for it. Like I never thought about it.
I really think that's probably you're probably correct. I've never looked at it that way because I've always looked at people are inherently lazy.
Woo! I got one. But
that's a big percentage of the workforce.
It is, and I was actually in that, and I understand it because when my wife went on disability, sure, she was getting a little bit of money, but it wasn't what she was making at Verizon. Right. Like she made twice what I do at Verizon.
And the insurance was fucking amazing.
Right, and the insurance was fucking amazing. Well, we got to keep that because she was... Anyway.
Yeah.
But I was making, a bit, but not a lot. But just getting rid of that childcare, holy shit.
Right,
it was, well, we don't need you to work because now you're home with the kid and we don't have to pay that $500 a fucking week for nothing,
Right.
And that's what it is. And as far as kids working, why are they working in the first place? Because they want, fun money or whatever.
They want gas money.
Right. But kids aren't driving these days. Kids aren't going out these days. Kids aren't doing a lot of shit. And COVID really kicked that into gear because they were like, oh, well, we weren't doing this anyway. We're just hanging out at home and watching people play fucking games on YouTube. Yeah, they're not doing things. They don't need money.
Right. Yeah, they don't hang out like we hung out.
Right. How much money did you spend on gas when we were in our teens, Jeff?
Right.
Like driving my ass.
Oh my God. I spent most of my paycheck on gas.
Right.
Every week.
Yeah.
That's all we did was drive around going to like pool halls or wherever we went, but.
And to top it off, my daughter, who's 15, has been trying to get a job, has been denied by everybody she's went to, all fast food places. So if they're really in that much need of work,
I've heard this.
Why are they refusing people that are willing and able and legally allowed to work? Because they lowered the age.
The now hiring sign.
Yep.
And
they're
then
like, oh, we're hiring. You go in and they're like, no, we don't want you.
I've also heard that during like the PPP, we got those the business loans.
No, he's talking about the loans from
the business loans during COVID. I've heard that one of I'm basing this on some hearsay here, but I've heard that in order to get that, you have to actively be hiring. And so that's half the reason these signs slap. Oh, no one wants to work. No one wants to work. We're hiring. They don't call anybody back.
Right.
They
They're
just
not
want to stay hiring.
Yeah, I bet if they're not hiring, they have to pay all that money back like immediately, kind of like the.
I wonder if that's what happened to my wife. There was a job that I think it was like she kind of wants to get out of the medical field, and so like I'm like just get
to dance again.
Right, she wants to. Right. I was like, just get anything to just just to go out there and do something.
I'll
So
put
she
a
was
poll
looking
in the basement.
at
It'll be fine.
she was looking at Bueller's because they had an ad for like a flower arranger. You know, she thought she'd like to do that. She goes in and they're like, "Oh, we filled that job, but we have cashier's jobs. Lots of them. You know, why don't you?" She's like, "No, I really wanted
Bait
to
and
do
switch.
floral." Right.
Mhm.
And they still, like, that was months ago. They still have that flower arranger ad up,
Yep.
just trying to get, you know, I thought it was bait and switch. That's what I thought.
It is.
Yeah.
It
But
absolutely is
you-
because
it
nobody's
could be right,
applying to
too.
be a cashier.
Right.
Except my daughter. She applied to be a cashier, and they're like, "Oh no, you got to be such and such an age." It's like, no,
Well,
according to
Dairy
Ohio
Queen lets
law.
you. Dairy
Maybe
Queen lets
that's,
you.
but a grocery store, you have to sell alcohol.
But you don't.
And-
You only have to be 18 to
You
run
said
it through
she's
the
15.
register.
She's 15.
Yeah.
My daughter works at Dairy Queen, and they actually pay really well. Like she makes way more than my son. She's
Yeah.
probably
Really?
making 12 something an hour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn. So I
And
actually
she doesn't get poop smeared on her?
Well, sometimes that's not who comes in.
So
So-
it's like career change.
I really honestly think, Jeff, I think you're 100% correct because if hypothetically, if a third of the married workforce stopped working,
Right.
Mhm, That's a lot of people.
that's a shit ton of people.
Shit ton. Maybe you want to change that.
Yeah, yeah, you might want to stop. You might want to think of some new
That's
vocabulary.
a poop
George.
smattering of people.
But
No,
I mean,
that's I've never looked
I
at it
didn't
that
either.
way. And I've never, I guess, DJ, I think you're right too, is because you do see those signs everywhere.
Everywhere.
And it looks to me like from the outsider that look at these lazy fucks. Nobody wants to work.
right.
And that kind of stuff. I think you're 100% correct. And what I think happened now is these businesses are making so much money that they're like, well, we can work with 6 people. You know,
right. We
um,
just proved we can run short staffed.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
And my brother had brought up a point, and I didn't say this earlier, but he brought up a point, and I agree with him. He said, finally, COVID, one of the benefits of that inadvertently stemmed from COVID was businesses learned that you really don't have to go into the office. And so there
Right.
are more people working remotely.
Yep.
So there's less people going places, you know, and so now there's all these new tech jobs and new entry level jobs that are work from home. And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, it's easier to give somebody a laptop and a manual and say, okay, here you go.
Right.
You have, 90 days to learn it. Go, and
That and when, like, I hear this at work all the time. Like, why are they paying us overtime to work all this extra when they can just hire a couple extra people? Insurance
It's cheaper.
costs the company
Yeah.
so much more than what that halftime extra
Yeah.
they're paying me.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me started on that.
Yeah, you know,
That's another one that I'm like, I don't understand it, but
Well, you got to
Yeah.
think that when you work overtime, yeah, they could have another person, but yeah, like you just said, they're paying
Yeah.
a whole salary to them.
yeah.
They're
Plus
only giving you
benefits.
half. They're only giving you half of what you're making.
right to work.
Well, plus my time, so time and a half. So
But
like,
that's
so
yours.
if you just went by, no, because like if I wasn't there and they were there, they would be making straight time.
No, I'm saying instead of having 2 people, you just have one person longer.
Yeah, but you're paying them time and a half instead of just their time. So
Right,
you're
but
actually
it's
paying
the insurance,
right.
and
It's the insurance.
all the
that
extra
kills you.
benefits
Right.
that is
Right.
what it puts it way over.
Right. Yeah, and that's
I
what a lot of
probably
people
should
don't
never
get.
wear a black shirt here again because it looks like my head's just floating.
It's just floating around. It
It'd
does.
be even better if you like turned your background into just black.
What he said is floating as well.
No, I think you're right. I don't know. We're at the 50-minute mark.
I
Yeah,
know.
so-
We will do moon bases.
There
We're
are
gonna do it
bases
next
on the
time.
moon.
There are
Done.
ways that-
We will do it
Yeah.
next time because this was
Is that a?
It's
Oh.
Nefertiti.
I thought it was a. There
She
are
likes
bases
some
on the
money.
moon. I thought he was yelling like a. Oh,
One
I
of
see
those
what
old
you're doing there.
microphones.
I mean,
He's
this
making
was,
out
the-
with
this was a curveball to end all curveballs. I mean, we were full on out doing the moon bases, and,
right.
and we got moon pied.
All right, so I'm on vacation next week. But in 2 weeks, we will do, unless I get,
2 weeks.
I don't know, unless somebody like does something else and puts me in like a poop suit, we'll be able to do that.
You know what, George? If you were working remotely, that wouldn't have happened.
Right.
That is true.
You could have been like, haha, you smeared it on your own camera. You
Or
fuck."
he would have sent me a shit emoji, you know, and I'd have been like, "No, you dirty bastards!"
Ah!
George
Oh,
is like,
God.
motherfucker.
Oh.
So, anybody else have anything?
No,
Nothing to compare to
What
that.
could we
Okay,
have?
stop that.
For God's sakes.
You know what? This has been a monumental episode. I got pooped on, and Jeff said something that we're all like, "My God,
We
you're
all
right."
agree.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think we should just let's just end it before we get in an argument.
I agree.
It's that CERN collider. It just flipped the fucking universe.
Yeah.
I want my inches back.
So I guess until next time, boys. Deuces. See what I did there?
I get you.
Oh,
Peace.
shit.
Peace.
Ah.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right, I've been in the broadcast on YouTube.
Bye.
Bye to YouTube.